John plays a tapped Dragon's Summit and passes. Sam plays a Bountiful Plaza, casts Soul Ring, and passes. Tom plays a Command Tower and passes. Extra plays a Forest and passes. John plays an Island, casts Moon Circuit Hacker, and passes. Sam plays a Forest, casts Farseek, finding Spada Headquarters, and passes. Tom plays a Vault of Champions, casts Arcane Signet, and passes. Extra plays a Plains, casts Lowler's Cobra, and passes. John first goes to combat and attacks Sam with Hack, dealing 2 damage, triggering his effect to draw and discard a card. After combat, he plays an Island, casts Dragon's Horde, and passes. Sam casts Gitaxian Probe, paying 2 life, targeting John, plays a Plains, casts his commander Kathilda and Lier, and passes. Tom plays a Plains, casts Eradicator Valkyrie, and passes. Extra plays a Forest, triggering Cobra, casts Harrow, sacrificing a Forest, find a Swamp and a Forest, triggering Cobra 2 more times, followed by his commander Thalia and Gitrog monster, and passes. John plays an Island, casts Supira to Zini Caravaner, followed by a Loyal Apprentice, and passes. Sam casts Kathilda, Dawnheart Prime, triggering his commander targeting Farseek, followed by Farseek, finding Hallowed Fountain. Next he casts Deputy of Aquatals, triggering his commander targeting Gitaxian Probe, and returning Kathilda back to his hand. After that, he casts Gitaxian Probe, paying 2 life targeting Tom. Plays a Plains, and passes. Tom plays a Plains, casts Soul Ring, followed by Lyra Dawnbringer. He goes to combat, attacking John for 5 lifelink before passing the turn. Extra casts Grist, the Hunger Tide, using her ability to mill a card and make an insect. He then goes to combat and attacks John with his commander, triggering effect, sacrificing the insect to draw a card. John takes 4 damage and Extra passes the turn. John casts his commander, Goro-Goro and Satoru, followed by Gingerbread. He then goes to combat, making a Thopter with Apprentice before passing the turn. Sam casts Eldamri's Call, searching for Archmage Emeritus, followed by said Archmage, triggering his commander, targeting Eldamri's Call, followed by another Eldamri's Call, drawing a card with Archmage, and searching for Jod's, Oracle of Arcavios. After that, he passes a turn. Tom casts Angel of the Ruins, exiling Sam's Soul Ring and John's Dragon Horde, before going to combat and attacking John and Grist with 1 creature each, gaining 10 life before passing the turn. Extra casts Felidar Retreat, plays a Beseiju who endures, triggering Cobra and Retreat, making a cat, followed by Farseek finding and Dot the Triumph, triggering Cobra and Retreat yet again. He then goes to combat, attacking Tom with his commander, triggering his effect, sacrificing a cat to draw a card. Tom takes 4 damage, and Extra passes the turn. John goes to combat, making a Thopter with Apprentice, attacks Sam with a Thopter, and Extra with Hacker and Sabira. Extra blocks Hacker with a cat, and before damage, John ninjutsus a Ninja of the Deep Hours, and Ingenious Infiltrator. Both Sam and Extra take 2 damage, which triggers Ninja of the Deep Hours and both Infiltrator and his commander twice, making 2 dragons and drawing 3 cards. After combat, he plays a mountain and passes. Sam plays a tapped Dreamroot Cascade and passes. Tom casts Angel of Vitality, followed by his commander, Drana and Linvala. He goes to combat and attacks John with all 3 of his creatures, dealing 16 lifelink damage. After that, he passes a turn. Extra casts Oracle of Moldai, plays a Forest from the top of his deck, triggering Cobra and Retreat, followed by Retreat to Ameria. He then goes to combat and attacks John with his commander, triggering his effect, sacrificing a cat to draw a card, and John blocks with Gitrog. After combat, Extra plays Godless Shrine tapped from the top of his deck, triggering Cobra and both Retreats, followed by playing a Swamp, triggering Lionfall again before finishing off his turn with Tireless Tracker. John plays a swamp, casts Karlach, Fury of Avernus, which is quickly met with Beast Within from Sam, drawing a card with Archmage and turning it into a beast. He goes to combat, making a Thopter with Apprentice, and passes. Sam casts 3 visits, triggering Archmage to draw a card and finding a forest, followed by Cathar Commando, triggering his commander targeting 3 visits. He again casts 3 visits, triggering Archmage to draw a card and finding Breeding Pool, before passing to the turn. Tom plays a swamp, casts Bishop of Wings, followed by a Renegade Reaper, triggering Bishop and itself to gain a total of 10 life. Then goes to combat and attacks John with all of his creatures. 4 blocks, John casts Pongify on Lyra, turning it into a beast. He then blocks 2 angels with his dragons and takes 8 damage. Tom gains 5 from lifelink, makes 2 spirits, bishop, and passes. Extra cast Scoots. Plays a plains, triggering landfall, followed by wood elves, finding a forest, also triggering landfall. Then plays a forest, triggering landfall again, plays a plains, also triggering landfall. Then casts Azusa, Lost but Seeking, plays a tapped Overgrown Tomb, triggering landfall, plays a swamp, triggering landfall, sacrifices 2 clues, casts Nissa, Vital Force, turns a land into an elemental, and goes to combat by attacking John with all his available creatures. John blocks as many as possible, but still takes 2 damage in the end. After all that, Extra finally passes a turn. Sam casts Path to Exile on Drana and Linvala, triggering Archmage. He plays an island, sacrifices Commando to destroy Felidar Retreat, casts Savine's Reclamation on Commando, triggering Archmage, sacrifices Commando again to destroy Retreat to Emeria, casts Kathilda, Dawnheart Prime, triggering his commander, targeting Savine's, casts Savine's Reclamation on Commando, triggering Archmage, and passes. Tom casts Knight's Whisper, followed by Herald of War, before going to combat and attacking Nissa with 2 creatures. After that, he passes the turn. Extra cast Nissa of Shadowed Bog. Plays 2 lands, triggering landfall, uses Nissa to return Oracle to Thalia. He goes to combat and attacks Sam with all his available Scoots, killing him and passing the turn. Tom looks at the top card of his deck and concedes, since he has no way to deal with the Scoot army.